early man used stones to make weapons, utensils, etc. He needed weapons to protect himself from wild animals and so on. So this was the Stone Age in which the early man used stones for different purposes. But there is some problem with using the stone weapons. If they fall or some force is applied, these stone weapons, they easily break. So from stone, they then shifted to a different substance, that is wood. They started using wood for making different weapons. They could shape wood in different forms. They could make it really sharp. But again, the problem with wood is that it does not retain the sharpness. It also loses its sharp character when force is applied or by other forces. One day, while looking for stones along a river bed, they found some small pieces. When they tried to break it to form the weapons, they found that it did not break. Instead, it only changed its shape. So they were very happy to find this substance which does not break. So they formed different types of weapons using these substances. These substances that they had used were copper. Copper was the metal that they had discovered. They found that copper does not break when they tried to make different weapons. So they started using copper for making different utensils, for making very sharp weapons and so on. So this was the Chalcolithic period or the Copper Age. Chalcolithic comes from two words, chalcos meaning copper and lithos, that is stone. So this was the Copper Age. Chalcolithic period or Copper Age, in which the early man shifted from stone and woods and they started using the first metal, that is copper, for making different types of substances that they needed. Then came the age of iron. Iron was discovered and they found that iron was even harder and stronger than copper. So they started using iron for different substances. So from stone, they shifted to copper and then to iron. So Stone Age was followed by the Copper Age, which was further followed by the Iron Age. So this is the age of the metals. Even today, we are surrounded by metals. Everything from the electric cables, which are made from copper, aluminium, to the bodies of cars, batteries, electrical gadgets, utensils, ornaments, and so on. They are all made up of metals. The air around us. What are the main gases in the air around us? They are nitrogen and oxygen. These are non-metals. They are non-metallic in nature. So there are different types of non-metals like nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine gas, sulfur, phosphorus. They are also very useful. They are used for making different compounds that we need. So even these non-metals are very important for us. So these two categories, that is metals and non-metals, they are both very useful for us, and hence it is important to study the characteristics of both metals and non-metals.